Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bloggers Alliance interview session. I hope everyone is healthy and safe out there. Today, we have a prominent personality with us. She is a founder and consultant at Embrace. She is an executive coach, a TOSB speaker, an SHRM master facilitator, and a faculty of human resource and organizational behavior. We welcome Ms. Shruti Swaroop. I, on the behalf of Bloggers Alliance, welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Lovely to be here.
Ma'am, so I would like to start this interview with the first question. And I was also having this question when I went to your LinkedIn profile, like what this program Embrace is all about.
Thank you so much for asking about it. So, Embrace is basically a program which is about inclusion. The whole idea of Embrace was that we're doing a lot of work in diversity. We're trying to ensure, the right amount of women and LGBTQs in the workforce. But inclusion is about behaviors. So, working on that, ensuring that we create a more inclusive workforce where there's respect for all, where there's acceptance. So, the whole idea of Embrace is that just as we embrace people, we bring them in our fold, we bring them, accept them for who they are. In the same way, we need to accept people for who they are, and that's how we create an inclusive workforce. So, that the whole idea of Embrace was that, and that's what it stands for.
This idea is amazing, ma'am. So, ma'am, where did this idea came from? Like, how did you get this idea to do something like this?
So about, I think, 10 years back, over a decade back, I was involved with an organization in the UK, which is Westminster City Council. And I realized that when we talk about diversity in UK is far different than the diversity we talk about here. I come from an army background, so I have never felt the difference in terms of whether it's gender or it's religion or it's caste. I wasn't brought up like that. So suddenly, when you come to the corporate world, you see changes, you see differences, and you're like, okay, something is not right. The first time people talk to you, they're like, okay, where are you from? When you're in India, the conversation is, which part of the state are you from? What's your caste? If you're outside the country, then okay, are you from India? Are you from Canada? Are you from Australia? Whatever. And I was like, we need to accept people for who they are. The conversation cannot be that, is Shruti a woman? Is she married? Does she have children? It doesn't matter. As long as who I am, as long as I'm working well, as long as I'm respectful to everybody else, how does it matter what my background is,
Exactly.
or what are the other traits about me? I mean, the question should be, are you hardworking? Are you a professional? Are you diligent? Are you creative? Why is the question around a person's gender or a person's background or a person's marital status or a person's children? I mean, that shouldn't be there. And it happens. You will never ask a question like that to a man. You will ask that question to a lady. You would ask questions like that to people who are in the minority, but you would never ask, and if you look at globally, it's said that white men are supposed to be the most majority. Nobody will ask that question to a white man, but the moment you're in the US and you're talking about a brown lady, then you're like doubly on the negative side, quote unquote, so to say. So I guess that's where the idea came from, that we need to create that sense of behaviors in people where we are respecting people for who they are. And it is not something that will happen in a day. We really need to work hard on it. We really need to make that behavioral shift, which is why I have actually also come up with something like a Find Your Voice campaign, which is about trying to help women um, become more confident, just raising awareness about how emotional abuse leads to, it's a big thing. And it's so subtle, people don't even realize about it, but it does lead to lack of confidence and self-esteem, and that in turn is affecting women when they're trying to come back into the workforce. So yeah, so that's, I'm just trying to do a little bit from whatever I can and make a change, create awareness. Let's see what happens, if I can make an impact.
That's an amazing step that you're taking because I also come from a family background wherein it's not that much prevalent to be like to be a girl or a boy. But whenever I also go to college or school, people have that tendency to divide and to ask questions like that. So, ma'am, how has been this journey been till now? Like, has it been difficult for you, or has it been easy, or has it been learning? What kind of experiences you've got until now?
Learning is every day. And you would agree that, you learn till you die. Uh, so when I started, I thought it'll be easy. You'll just go and tell people that what you're doing is not right, and feel like, yeah, yeah, we agree, we'll just make that change. But it doesn't work that way, right? Behaviors are very difficult to change, and nobody likes to change the way they have been functioning. People don't, and organizations are just representation of people, because it's the same people who are around us who work in organizations. So there's been resistance. The world wants to obviously have more women in the workforce. World wants to be now be accepting towards LGBTQ, and but there's so much more that needs to be done. As I said, you can change policies, you can create an awareness about biases, unconscious bias or microaggressions, but there is a third angle to it, which is helping these women or the minorities really um, move up the ladder in terms of confidence and self-esteem. That will go a long way in joining the dots together, which is what I'm trying to do. Obviously we haven't even touched the scratched the surface when it comes to having especially abled people in the workforce. So I'm trying to work on that as well. So it's, as I said, it's a long journey. It will not happen so quickly. Trying my level best. That's where I also bring in my coaching, since I'm a certified coach, trying to coach people, trying to change that mindset, helping people, enabling people to look at things differently. So as I said, it's a long journey.
Ma'am, I and we all hope that this journey brings a good result for you and people who you're trying to make some change in also.